My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign.
We are one of the Iraqi opposition, Worker Communist Party of Iraq, and we're here to protest against the war. The point is not spreading democracy in Iraq. This war is not about democracy. It's not about conflict between democracy and dictatorship. This is not the point. As I said, this war has nothing to do with weapon of mass destruction, because we all understand, we all know that United States provided Saddam Hussein financially and also gave him the chemical, biological weapon. We all know, and also we all know that in 1988, when they attacked Halabja Saddam Hussein, every Western country aware of that. They didn't say anything.
The south of Iraq, so they couldn't wait for the deadline. What's the hurry? Why is it now? Why is it now you want to kill Iraqis? Why is it now you say that you want to get rid of Saddam Hussein? Weren't they under section for 10 years? Wasn't that a cruel thing to do? Didn't it need some saving? Didn't you need to move to do something to help Iraqis? And now you're attacking them and you say that you want to save them from Saddam and from the regime. That would never happen. If they want to remove Saddam, they can remove him just like that. They don't need to use this military, all this money, if they're not getting their advantage, if they're not getting the oil the way they want. All this is to control oil, all what it is. And Blair is supporting him because of many reasons. He wants to get rid of the refugees in this country, perhaps.
This war is not about Saddam Hussein. It's about, as I said, it's about imposing its foreign policy. You have to strike regime change, other New World Order. It's telling you what to say, telling you how to behave. That's basically what it is.
I know this course of action has produced deep divisions of opinion in our country. But I know also the British people will now be united in sending our armed forces our thoughts and prayers. Our choice is clear. Back down and leave Saddam hugely strengthened, or proceed to disarm him by force.
Stop it! Stop it! Fuck you! Stop it! Stop it!
I seem to be the lone voice in the wilderness, but I mean, it's a democratic country. The parliament has voted for the government, which is Tony Blair. We've got troops over there. You've got 3,000 or 4,000 people standing there. I come here yesterday and I just asked one person, why is he sitting there chanting racist war? And one of the protesters put his banner right in my face and called me a fascist. Now, 4 occasions I asked him, why did he call me a fascist? The country's gone to war. As far as these lot, it's treason, it's traitorous. You can't do it. Agree or disagree, once your country has declared something, you've got to back it. Once your parliament in a democratic country has voted, I mean, you've got 316, 319 voted. I mean, that's democratic. Everybody in there can walk in there freely or walk out. I mean, Cook did. You know what I mean? Sure, she bottled it, but she had the right to it. Everybody's got the right to vote yes or no. That's free. The only thing they don't pull up for is hanging.
Now my party, along with people from all political parties and from none, had strong reservations about this military action. But the House of Commons voted earlier this week, and we have to accept that democratic verdict. There is nothing unpatriotic about having questioned the basis for this war, but supporting our armed forces now that battle is engaged.
Why the big cars are squaring up against each other? Because it's a fair war against each other.
Actually, we should buy.
All across the world in the last week since February the 15th and today, the world is united against this war. This is a war for oil, and it's a war for American power and control over resources, and for nothing else. If there's any justice, those troops will be coming home without having to give up their lives for some American tyrant.
I'll make a statement, say yes to peace, because when we say no to war, what we're doing is perpetuating conflict, perpetuating the thing that we really want to get away from. You know, we have to create a new paradigm. Peace is something we can all agree with, everybody, even in America, at the entrance of all the army bases, it says peace is our business, right? So if we say yes to peace, we can come together, and how we get there is the journey.
This war is not to get away from one dictator, because if that's the reason, they should get away from so many dictators around the world. One example in Chile, for example, Pinochet was there for so many years, and the United States never make any complaint about he was a bad or good dictator. And we know the reason in Iraq is the oil. Everybody knows that, so they can't lie in the whole world. And we're feeling very ashamed of Tony Blair that to follow, Bush politics, you know, because it's we respect the English people a lot, and we know there are people who have conscience. But I think he has already tried the nation to choose to go with the policy of the United States. We have to be strong and respect any resolution of the United Nations. And I think for example, in England, Tony Blair has to be out. That's completely. That's for sure. His political career is finished, and we hope the next Prime Minister here can follow and respect the United Nations resolutions.
And the young people who have come out today to occupy Parliament Square to protest, I respect and applaud what you have done. And stay active, don't give up. When they come through Iraq, we will be there to prevent that war. When they come from the rear, we will be there to prevent that war. Thank you. Never give up. The struggle goes on.
There was too much politics during the Vietnam War. Tommy knows the lessons of Vietnam just as well as I do. Both of us. He graduated from high school in '63, and you and I graduated in '64. We're of the same vintage. We paid attention to what was going on.
Go to the war, Blair out, sign the petition out. We need more people taking action like the school students. We need more strikes, more demonstrations, more civil disobedience. Let's make this country ungovernable and kick out Tony Blair. Come and sign the petition here. No to the war, no to Blair.
We are leaving a terrorist regime, a terrorist regime, a terrorist regime. We are leaving a terrorist regime, a terrorist regime, a terrorist regime.
This guy's been arrested for climbing a tree! This guy's been arrested for climbing a tree! Can you believe it?
Can you tell the camera what happened?
I didn't see it, but he's been arrested for climbing a tree. The copper told me himself. I didn't see it.
We don't know what for.
Why you been arrested that bloke for, mate? He was climbing a tree. Land of the free.
The man has been arrested by the police.
tree! What a shame! Shame on you! Arrested for climbing a tree!
Could you tell me why you're here today?
I'm here because I'm a human being. I grew up as an Englishman, as you can see my colours, yeah? And the reason why I'm here today is because war to me is senseless. All war achieves is death and destruction of the innocent. And round my way where I live in North London, I've been campaigning now for a long, long time. They say campaigning, but I don't call it campaigning. I just call it being a human being. I can't understand how we can have this so-called Prime Minister, right? And to me, he's something else. I won't say that on tape, right? Do you want me to say it?
Well, you can say it if you like.
Yeah. Well, he's a wanker, right? Blair is the biggest idiot I've ever seen. I call him a human zombie. Any man that can sit there and say, we are going to take our forces to kill Iranians. Because I tell you what, if Tony Blair brought his army to my Palmer's Green, where I live, my North London, and everyone knows I stand with my boys and I look after my boys, yeah? Right? He wouldn't be on the front line because he wouldn't face me, because I'd mash him to pieces, a wanker. He's a wanker. This so-called man they call Prime Minister, he's a wanker. What a load of bollocks. What a load of bollocks. You're paying for them. Your taxes are paying for them. I would love to speak to him face to face, but I wouldn't like to be in the same room as him, because if I was in the same room as him, I would tear him apart. I would have to speak through television, and I'd make him look such an idiot, because the man is an idiot, and he's leading you young people, right, into a world that you can't imagine.
These were brave men who, in order to make us safer and more secure, knew the risks, faced the risks, and had the courage to serve their country and the wider world. We owe them immense debt of gratitude, and our thoughts and prayers are with their families.
To making sure that the Iraqi citizens who have suffered under a brutal tyrant have got the food and medicine needed as soon as possible.
We're here to make a humanitarian appeal for children suffering from disease and illnesses in Iraq, and the charity myeg.org.uk is basically a charity to raise money for funds for medical aid and equipment for children who are bombarded from war. And that we have to stand here, and the important thing is to understand the people who will be ill and land with diseases from the war, such as leukemia, and that's what we're here for, to really make that change.
1, 2, 3. If you cannot find the summer, Barmy Rock. If the markets are a drama, Barmy Rock. If a terrorist, if risky, Pakistan is looking shifty, North Korea is too risky, Barmy Rock. If we have no allies with us, Barmy Rock. If we think that someone hates us, Barmy Rock. So to hell with the inspections, let's look tough for the elections. Close your mind and take directions, Barmy Rock.
It's just gonna be one big catastrophe, basically. And unfortunately, they're only going to realise it 30 years down the line, when half the world's been nuked and we're all mutants from.
We're going to try and talk people out of this nonsense, this marching. For what? To save some bloody tyrant who likes to dissolve people in acid. I think this is great. First Saddam, then we'll knock off the Saudis.
Give me the gun, give me the bullet, and I'll shoot both of them. You don't mess around with me.
Disagree, we'll call it treason. Let's make war, not love this season, even if we have no reason. Barmy Rock. Yes! Power to the people!
They've been let down before, when they thought coalition forces were going to remove Saddam. And my message to them today is that this time we will not let you down. Saddam and his regime will be removed. Iraq will have a better future ahead of it.
He couldn't wait for the deadline even. This
contrary
problem started a few days ago, by
Blair
the way. And now they invaded lots of south of Iraq, so they couldn't wait for the deadline. What's the hurry? Why is it now?
This time we will not let you down.